Attended last night's state dinner ahead of his expected guilty plea to tax charges. House Republicans have just revealed testimony from two IRS officials who claim there was sweeping misconduct in the Biden investigation.
IRS whistleblower Gary Shapley spoke to congressional investigators in May. He said IRS investigators recommended charges for tax evasion, filing a false tax return for the tax years 2014, 2018, and 2019, all felonies, plus charges for failure to file or pay several years. Those are misdemeanors. A conviction on these charges could bring hefty fines and up to 5 years in prison. But the plea deal filed this week by the Trump-appointed U.S. Attorney David Weiss said the president's son agreed to enter guilty pleas for two misdemeanor tax charges. As part of the deal, Biden will avoid full prosecution on a separate gun charge. A source familiar with the terms told CBS News his legal team expects probation, not jail time. Shapley also alleged there was a recovered 2017 WhatsApp message from Hunter Biden to a Chinese businessman over an outstanding payment stating, quote, "I am sitting here with my father. We would like to understand why the commitment made has not been fulfilled." Hunter Biden allegedly texted, according to the transcript, "I would like to resolve this now before it gets out of hand." And now means tonight.
I've never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings.
I have never discussed with my son or my brother or anyone else anything having to do with their businesses, period.
Do you stand by your statement that you did not discuss any of your son's overseas business dealings?
Yes, I stand by that statement. I thought the article, at least the thing online, it's going to be printed tomorrow in the Times, was good. I think it's clear. And anyway, if you get a chance, give me a call. I love you.
Mr. President, how's Hunter feeling? Still understand?
At the Beverly Hilton where he's staying. Okay, 10 tonight. We'll see you at the Beverly Hilton. Let me know if anything changes. Then later that night, I let him know I'm on my way. I'm here. Are you guys in the bar?
The meeting lasted 45 minutes.
So I literally haven't been back here since I actually met with the Bidens, and Joe walked across through the lobby with his security detail. Hunter, Jim, and I were already sitting here sort of positioned behind this column. They've redone some of the bar.
After the meeting at the Hilton, Bob Alinsky and Jim Biden crossed the street to meet at the Peninsula Hotel.
I basically spent 2 hours with Jim, and I was very concerned about how they were doing this. And after I walked through my concerns, I just distinctly remember, Jim looking at me and getting a smirk on his face and, like a slight chuckle and just saying, plausible deniability. Those two words clearly define how the Bidens operate, how they do business.
A few weeks later, on May 13th, 2017, Gillier sent an email explaining each partner's share of the new company. Quote, "The equity will be distributed as follows: 20 for H, meaning Hunter, 20 for RW, meaning Rob Walker, 20 for JG, meaning James Gillier, 20 for TB, Bob Alinsky, 10 for JB, Jim Biden, and 10 held by H for the big guy."
Who could the big guy be? If it isn't Joe Biden, I would love to debate that with anybody.
Another email sent the same day was called Expectations. In it, Gillier laid out salaries for all the partners. Hunter and Bob Alinsky were both set to make $850,000. 3 days later, an infuriated Hunter wrote this: "I will need a hell of a lot more than $850 per year on a month basis. And this is my own personal problem, but I'll make it yours also, I'm sure. Ha." Bob Alinsky responded, "H, we have to pay a team of people who'll be working 100 hours a week." To which Hunter responded, "Tony, they are both coming to be my partner, to be partners with the Bidens." He has implied that the number one has made that clear and available to him. According to Bob Alinsky, number one is a clear reference to Chinese President Xi Jinping.
When I saw Adam Schiff go on record talking about Russian disinformation after this email had been posted online by the New York Post, and remember that email was to me from James Gillier, right? It wasn't, I wasn't blind carboned or CC'd on that. It was to me stating that I was going to be the CEO of this enterprise. I was at the end of my rope. And so I called Rob Walker and I told him that if that statement isn't retracted by Congressman Schiff by midnight on Sunday, that I was going on record and I was disclosing all the facts to the American government, to the American citizen and the world.
If he doesn't come out on record, I am providing the facts.
Tony, you're just going to just bury all of us, man.
Here is a text message you received from Hunter Biden to you. Hey, Tony, I have an idea. In light of the fact that we are at an impasse of sorts and both James's lawyers and my chairman gave an emphatic no, I think we should all meet in Romania on Tuesday next week. So you're hearing reporters say that chairman was, in fact, the Chinese government. Here you have Rob Walker responding to you. Clearly there's some confusion over this, and he's saying, and I'm going to put this on the screen now, when Hunter Biden said his chairman, he was talking about his dad.
Correct. There's two chairmen in the story. There's Chairman Yi, who was the chairman of CFC.
Yes.
In that text from Hunter Biden, he was not talking about the chairman of CFC. And what Hunter's referencing there is he spoke with his father, and his father is giving an emphatic no to the ask that I had, which was putting proper governance in place around Oneida Holdings.
So Joe Biden is vetoing your plan for putting stricter governance in the company. I mean, and it's right here in the emails.
Yeah, Tucker, I want to be very careful in front of the American people. That is not me writing that. That is not me claiming that. That is Hunter Biden writing on his own phone, typing in that I spoke with my chairman, referencing his father. If the world thinks that my chairman is not his father, then Hunter Biden would come forward and go on record and state to the world.
But you have the Biden family representatives, Rob Walker, saying right here, May 19th, no. When he said his chairman, he was talking about his dad.
Exactly.
I have never discussed with my son or my brother or anyone else anything having to do with their businesses, period.